Hello, Aquarius. So today's reading is going to be a general. Well, first off, sorry, I am the Azure Sage Tarot, and today's reading is going to be a general reading about you. I'm just going to let it up to Spirit and the universe to see what will come out for you. So, of course, as I said, it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And with that being said, I hope you're doing really good, Aquarius. So, spirits, what do we have for Aquarius? I'm going to start by taking a few cards from this deck, the Claw card deck. So, what do we have for Aquarius spirits? Please. Sorry, I've got something in the throat. I don't know why. So spirits, yes. So first we have the mirror, then the move. Okay, they're telling me the move goes with the mirror. So I'm going to put it there. Then we have the dog. Then two more cards, please, Spirit. For Aquarius, please. What do you have for Aquarius, please? Really, I don't know what I have. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I don't know what I have in the throat. I was okay before I started recording. Yeah, Aquarius, please. Please. So, Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? Ooh. We've got the wind. Well, windy, but I call it the wind. But it's a mistake. And one more card, please, Spirit. So yeah. More in your head, I think. Ooh, whoa, that's too much, but okay, you want this one. Yeah, so Aquarius, you've got the power coming out at the bottom of the deck as your general energy, and the fourth card, well, it's the fifth one, but in the fourth position, or anyways, the Libra card came out also. So, without further ado, what does this mean for you, Aquarius? Well, as I was saying, I think you're more inside, turning yourself inside right now, or inward, I should say, and looking at yourself with the mirror being here. You're looking at yourself and reevaluating yourself and your behavior and how you like. I wanted to say how you feel, but I think you're doing it from a really logical or mental place, if that makes sense. Not necessarily detached, not mentally in the sense of being like cold towards your own heart, but more in a sense of you're thinking about how you feel more than feeling how you feel, if that makes sense. Because you want to identify with the move, you want to identify what's your next step, where are you going, what is the next action you need to take, and I think you feel a little bit uncertain about where to go, so that's why you're reevaluating, or you're feeling the need to reevaluate yourself and what you want, who you are as a person, Aquarius, and how you interact with others. We also have the windy, which talks about well, it's a card of spirit. It's a card of thinking. It's the air element actually. But there's also the green here talking about the heart. Gosh, I can't speak. The heart chakra. So it's kind of a really gentle, breezy card that talks about communication and thinking being prominent in this situation. And that's why I'm telling you, you're maybe thinking about how you feel, um, and you're reevaluating because the mirror is kind of introspection, retrospection. So yeah, and moreover, you also have the dark, um, the dark talking about the self, talking about the feminine energy. It's not a gender specific reading, Aquarius. It just means that you're more turned inward, turned and trying to access your intuition, trying to access your emotional body, trying um, to feel more, if that makes sense. So, and I also need to mention that it's quite interesting for me that those two cards came out both like besides each other, because how I interpret this deck, um, the dark refers to the moon and kind of combines the windy, well, air attribute and water attribute. So you've got kind of the dark that is the fusion of the windy and the watery in this deck in some type of way, while also representing kind of, the moon and the intuition, mysteries. So I think you're really trying to uncover mysteries, but you're really more using your mind in doing so than your emotional like body. But I think you're trying to find balance in that with the Libra coming out. I think you're trying to find the right amount of feeling, the right amount of thoughts. I don't know exactly why. Well, I would say it's because you want to recover your power. You want to step into your power. Maybe you feel powerful right now, or maybe not. Maybe you feel powerless, but you will feel powerful. Maybe you try to restore your power. There are a lot of possibilities here. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But yeah, some of you are trying to figure out, um, you're going inside to find your inner power. I think most of you, that's the kind of journey you are on right now. And I think I'm going to go right up and using tarot to clarify those cards. Because in the Claw card deck, I don't read the reversals. So it's kind of hard for me to have nuances, especially because those cards are really, really large. In the sense I'm talking about their meaning. So yeah, for Aquarius Spirit, I would like to clarify the power for Aquarius, please. Aquarius, what about the power spirit? That's a lot of cards, but they told me take them, so we will take them. Okay, so we've got yeah. So first we have the Four of Swords, which talks about needing to rest and heal after a hurtful situation. We've got the Death card in the reverse, so something that didn't quite end or didn't end in a good way. There are some things that needs to be sorted out from the past. We have the King of Cups being in the reverse. So in the reverse, so we can talk about maybe a lack of maturity or having difficulty to manage the the fullness on the entirety of your situation and still being able to be diplomatic about it, about how you act. Um, we also have Seven of Wands in the reverse. So that talks about kind of challenges and adversity. So I feel like, yeah, you're trying to, that's what I said. You're trying to go back to your power, and you're searching for inner power. Like you're not, well, maybe some of you are trying to work out or something, but I think for most of you it's really a inner kind of power, and it's more um some people find power in money or having a good financial state or having a stable job or success. But I think you are more Aquarius looking inward in your mental and emotional body, trying to find the answers to your questions and trying to see what you can do to go forward and like step out of your feelings of maybe powerlessness. I think some of you, not every one of you, may feel powerless when it comes to some kind of situation, and you want to resolve that. I just don't quite know what this death in reverse is about. Maybe you've been hurt by someone, but you still feel attached, or they're still in your surroundings, or in your environment, so maybe the situation is still affecting you in some way, and you need to kind of sort things out. And that's why you're doing some inner work there. I would even say shadow work. So I would applaud you, really, Aquarius, if you're doing shadow work, because I know it's not easy, and I think you're kind of having a good approach, especially with the Libra being here. I'm not yet sure how it's supposed to, like, is it spirits saying that you should be more like balanced in your approach, or if you already are balanced or are trying to achieve balance? So let's see what you're thinking about. What is it you seek when you look in the mirror, Aquarius? The tarot deck I'm using is the Final Fantasy VII Tarot Card Collection by Crimson Sun, if you are wondering. Yeah, so Aquarius, mirror, what can we say? I can speak! What can you say to me about Aquarius and the mirror, spirit, please? What can you tell me about Aquarius and the mirror, spirit? Seriously, this card has been coming up like most of the readings right now. It's the Four of Cups. I'm going to show it to you. So, okay. Yes. So definitely it's about the connection. Definitely about the connection. Or your emotional state. We've got the Four of Cups. This is the card that came out, but it came out reversed for most of the people it came out for. For you, it's in the upright, so there is some element of boredom. There is some element of maybe not seeing opportunities being presented to you, while the others were more getting out of this energy. I think you're reevaluating your things. Actually, I can see it with the mirror card being here. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, what we see on the Four of Cups is someone sitting under a tree. Sitting under a tree and looking at, like, pensively at three cups, and they don't see the cup that is being like held and gifted to them by the universe. they just need to raise their head, you know, to see it. And I think you're kind of reevaluating yourself and where you've gone wrong, where you've missed the opportunities, where you've missed. I heard where I've missed the red flags. And you have the Knight of Cups too that came out. So yeah, I think you're kind of looking to have more fun in your, like, not fun in, you know, the physical way, more like having fun with what you do in life, trying to seek other opportunities, to seek other things, maybe even flirting with other people. Maybe you want to date, but you don't see any opportunities and you wonder what's the problem? Is it me? Am I not doing enough? Is it because I'm too different? Is it because I want things that are too different? So I think you're really wondering what you're doing wrong, like, and that's why you're reevaluating yourself because you don't know how to make your move. So let's see what we can get about the doc. And don't worry, there is absolutely no judgment from me. I'm really just, you know, telling what I feel. So I don't want to hurt you, and that's why I insist on saying that you should take what resonates and don't force the rest to fit, you know. So what about the doc, please, Spirit? What is it that lies in the shadows? What is it that Aquarius keeps to themselves? Yeah. So we've got the Three of Coins and the Knight of Coins. So what's interesting is that I asked what is it you're keeping to yourself, and with the Three of Coins in the reverse, it really confirms that you are not really, you're being discreet about what you think, about what you feel, more so what you feel. I think you're keeping to yourself. There aren't a lot of people that knows where you stand right now, what's happening in your beautiful mind. And I think it's because you're trying to be cautious, and you're trying to be cautious and not allow anybody to be able to access your feelings. You know what I mean? Definitely, I think you've been hurt and you're trying to heal, but at the same time, you don't want to refuse love from entering your life. So you're kind of you're kind of in the state of like, I want love, I want relationships. I think for most of you it's that. Maybe some others of you it's more projects or maybe jobs, but I really feel like for many of you it's connections. It could be friendships too that you are seeking, but yeah, I feel like you've been hurt, or there's something that kind of died. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I have the right to tell that word, but that kind of, yeah, ended, I would say. So there are things that kind of ended, and it's still affecting you, so you're trying to heal that, but you don't want to spend your time, like all your precious time, like waiting to be healed, because you know that healing journey isn't linear. So you're trying to get out there, I think, but you're wondering how to do so if you haven't already, or if you have already been like putting yourself out there. You're like, what am I doing right now? And you're kind of trying to keep that to yourself because you don't know exactly what is the right thing to do, you know. So that's why you're more in your mental state about how you're feeling, because you don't know maybe if you're ready for a connection, because of how you're still healing from the past. yeah. So for the windy, um we've got the Knight of Swords coming out in the reverse. We've got the Sun in the reverse, and the Nine of Wands in the upright. So yeah, definitely you're kind of being closed off a little bit about what you're thinking and what you're feeling. You're not communicating with people. I feel like you're not really not communicating a lot, and like about your, maybe you feel a little bit depressed, especially with the dark being at the center of your reading, and the sun in reverse that can talk about some kind of hard moment or maybe some type of depression. Of course, I am not a professional, so if you need help, please go and seek some help from a professional. But yeah, maybe it's really hard. Maybe you don't have the best thoughts right now. You maybe feel powerless, and you don't feel like you could really let anybody enter, because there are things that you need to sort out inside of you. But the problem is that you still want to have a deep connection and a meaningful connection with someone, with somebody, but you're being closed off to them in some type of way. Maybe you don't even realize how you're closed off to them. And if you don't realize that, it's because of how self-centered you are, not in an not in a selfish way. You're self-centered in the sense that you need to take care of yourself and take care of your emotional body. And you know you crave, for example, I think you know you crave deep and meaningful relationships, and you know maybe you don't have enough of that right now in your life, so you want to get out and seek for those connections, but you feel like there are no opportunities for you, or you feel um, like maybe you think it may not be the time for you to do that, or you don't realize how you are closed off to like accepting and being vulnerable with other people, so that you can grow meaningful relationships. And it's okay. You have the right to be like that. You have the right to feel kind of stuck in a rut because of that, or feel powerless, or feel like, you know, it's okay to feel bad sometimes. It's okay to not be okay. And I think you're doing what must be done. You're trying to sort out things in your head, but maybe you should rely more on other people, and maybe they could help you see things you're not able to see about yourself. So let's see. But of course, sometimes other people have a hard time understanding ourselves. So I do feel that for you. Maybe you feel like other people can't understand you, and that's why you're not talking about any of that to anyone. And if that's the case, I'm really sorry for you, Aquarius. So, wow, okay, we've got three major cards coming out. So we've got the Judgment, we've got the Devil, and the Temperance. So yeah, definitely, I think you're really trying to be patient. Um, I think you're trying to not rush things. You're trying to allow time to heal. You're trying to consider to consider what you can do to change things, and what you can do to sort things out and feel better. Especially with the Judgment, maybe you're being hard on yourself. You're identifying um, what behavior aren't serving you anymore, and you're cutting them out. You're separating from what is toxic in your life. And you know it will take time, so you're trying to be patient with yourself. But I think you should really remember, not be so harsh on yourself. This process doesn't have to be made like in one day, Aquarius. It can take a lot of time, sometimes even years, to heal from some things that happened in your lives, in our lives, I mean. And don't judge yourself too harshly, but I think the judgment is there not only for that, but also because you've been considering things, and maybe you've even considered giving a second chance to something, but you've already identified it wasn't good for you. It was, yeah, it didn't serve any purpose for you anymore, and so you're trying to leave that behind, but things aren't done yet, so you're kind of wondering what to do right now. It's really straightforward, like energy. Not the best one, I must be honest with you, Aquarius. Um, but still, you're on the right path. I see that, and I see that you will be able to sort things out. It will just take a little bit more of time, maybe more time than you anticipated, or maybe more time um, that you wanted. But yeah, it's not going to end you. It's not the end of you. You know what I mean, Aquarius? It's just a bump in the road. Well, maybe a huge bump in the road, to be honest. But you're already in this space of kind of trying to sort things out. So that's actually good and great, and you have been identifying what's wrong and what wasn't working, and you're trying to change those things, and or you will do that, and that's exactly what you need to do. That's exactly what you need to do, and this will in turn allow you to evolve and grow a lot and make you really, really stronger, and it will make you more suitable or more available in the future for an healthy connection, an healthy and meaningful connection to someone. So I think I'm going to go and see what advice we can get from the Alchemy Flower Oracle deck for you, Aquarius. Let's see, Spirit. What advice can I have for Aquarius? What advice can I have for Aquarius? But don't worry about that. Like, it's really just because you're in a time of healing. So really take care of yourself. Don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to be gentle on yourself, Aquarius. I think it's really a time to understand how you work, what you desire, what you want, what kind of connections you want, what is a must for you in a connection. Yeah, it's really a time to understand yourself better and grow into a better one, a better person. And I'm not saying growing into a better person doesn't mean that you're a bad person right now. It just means that you have some things to work on. Has everybody everybody does have some type of things they need to work on. And I think that's just a time that was alighted by the circumstances of your life to bring you to a higher state of maybe some of you are going to awaken in some type of way to something. Maybe you will realize something that will change your whole perspective on the world. But that's only for some of you. most of you just have to heal from the heartbreak maybe, or from the hardships you've been facing. So do we have any more advice for Aquarius spirits? Do we have any more advice for Aquarius spirits? Yes. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck we have good luck. So yeah, luck is on your side in the sense like, and I don't think you feel lucky right now, Aquarius, to be honest with you, but luck will turn. It's a little bit like the Wheel of Fortune right now. I think spirits are saying that um, working on yourself will bring you luck. You will get out of this, maybe not in the way that you think you will. You know, maybe for now you're not able to see how you're going to be healed from that, or have healed from the situationship you need to heal or sort out, to heal from or sort out. But they're telling you that it's going to happen in some type of way, and you're going to feel lucky afterwards. Like, I don't know, do I have an example? For example, yeah, you feel like you don't have any kind of meaningful connections, you know, and you're like, how can I meet new people if I, for example, maybe dating sites aren't really your thing, and yeah, you're like, how am I going to meet any new people if I'm already established in my job, and if I'm already kind of like, I'm not really in a place to meet new people. And as you're wondering about that, because you're starting to feel ready to open yourself to somebody else, you bump into someone like quite literally, and I don't know, it could be someone that you haven't seen in a really long time, and you reconnect that way, and you exchange your new informations like your cell phone numbers, and you take a coffee, and then there's a friendship, a deep friendship that happens, or even more maybe, you know, and it's like, wow, I was so lucky to just have met them and bumped into them like out of nowhere. You know, I bumped into them out of nowhere, and now I'm back to speaking to that person, and this was such a nice conversation we had, um and now after maybe a year from that serendipitous encounter, well, we're friends, really really good friends, and I feel really connected to that person, or maybe we're lovers, we're partners, and I feel really really connected to them, you know, that kind of luck. So maybe for now you're not going to see the end of that phase, but luck is on your side, and there's kind of a lucky break that is going to happen in the end. We also have Rose. So it it talks about balance. So we have Libra here talking about balance, and the Rose then. So it's really an advice for you to try and keep a balanced point of view, and trying to be like trying to analyze things from a logical point of view, but also according an importance to your heart and what you feel and desire, and take the time to feel what you feel. So take the time to be sad if you're sad, and then tell yourself like, okay, I'm sad, what can I do to comfort myself and make me feel less sad? Maybe take a bath with your favorite bomb bath, for example, a bath bomb, I mean. A bomb bath way. Um, and yeah, or maybe go take a walk if you like to walk, or maybe I don't know, light your favorite candle and things like that. I think you need to take really good care of yourself, and like give yourself the love you deserve, Aquarius. Yeah, I really think it's, yeah, give yourself the love you deserve, and be grateful for what you have, and like don't forget that the situation you're in right now isn't kind of the end. Like I said, it's not the end of you. It's not the end of the world. It's it's rough. Really, really, it's rough. And I know I feel the energy. And well, maybe you'll tell me, Sage, you don't know. I'm really sorry if things are that bad, really. And I don't want to pretend I know every answers. But what I want you to know is sometimes sometimes we just need to see what we still have, you know. Um, Sometimes bad things happens to us, and you can find comfort in knowing that you still have other things that you like. For example, I don't know if for example that you separated from someone, you had a breakup or fallout with someone, a friend or a partner or a family member that you really cared about, and then like you're kind of stuck in that, oh, I need to heal from that, but it's complicated and all, because it really feels like a complicated situation. It doesn't feel like something really simple, like oh, we were together and now we're not, and I've got this feeling that like I miss them, you know. I think it's more complicated than that for most of you. But yeah, so for example, you have a falling out and then it's complicated and you don't know, like you don't feel your best, and then you see that what makes you feel good is still doing the things you like. For example, maybe you're a musician and maybe you like playing music. So so you realize that you've got music to be grateful for, and since you realize that hey, when I'm doing music, I'm grateful and I love that. Well, maybe you'll be able to like see like, oh yeah, okay, then I'll do more music because I'm grateful for that and it's something that I still have that I enjoy. You know what I mean? I think that's the message with gratitude. It's not only being grateful for what you have and still have, but it's like to pay attention to those things that you're grateful for and try to use them at your advantage to feel better. And then we have lasting affection. So really, I think that for those of you that it's more about love and committed relationships, um, I think there will be something long lasting that will happen, but you need to be ready for it. And maybe that's just a phase that you need to heal from to become the person, or to have the tools and the knowledge about yourself and about relationships that you need to be able to sustain a lasting affection, to be able to sustain that meaningful connection with somebody for a long time. So I think there is something that, like, you will come out of this has an even more beautiful soul, as an even more beautiful person, Aquarius, and this is going to allow you to be ready for maybe a lifelong partner or a really significant partner in your life. But for now, you need to be patient and try to heal from that slowly but surely. And it's going to make you gain, like I said, the tools, the knowledge, um, to be ready for that connection. So, Aquarius, I think that's all the messages I have for you. Thank you for watching. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. I wish you a really good day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.